Channel 3 is your back to school authority. Each day we are checking in with different superintendents around the state to see how back to school plans are going. And today we're happy to be joined by Dr. Michael Connor, Superintendent of Middletown Public Schools. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Good morning. So the big question, when does Middletown go back to school?
So we are going back after Labor Day. We're opening a new middle school because of the pandemic. You know, some of the resources were delayed, and we're starting after Labor Day. Looking forward to it. Also gives us a little time to prepare all of our schools as we're transitioning back into a full-time model. As well as waiting for state guidelines with regards to mask wearing, as well as any other safety parameters within our mitigation portfolio.
So as far as mask wearing goes, are they required even if you're fully vaccinated for students and teachers?
Well, we're going to wait. This is, as you know, there's the Delta variant, and the decisions and the guidelines are very, very fluid. So we're just going to wait to see what the state provides us, as well as the CDC guidelines as well. So we don't want to work in isolation to make the decisions. We want to be provided with the support from the health experts as well as the czars around this virus. We know that the Delta variant is very, very contagious. We've seen some breakthrough cases through the state as well as Middletown. So again, we want to ensure that all of our staff, students, as well as families remain safe.
Is there anything new that you're implementing this school year compared to last year?
Yeah, I mean, we're opening up our new middle school. We're about to implement our new 3-year strategic operating plan, Middletown 2024, elevating innovation, creativity, and equity within our new middle school that is named Beaman Middle School. We moved away from Woodrow Wilson. We will be opening an innovation hub, and this innovation hub is a conglomerate of a variety of different industry focuses where students are going to be engaged in project-based activities using CNC machines, 3D printers, a construction area, drones. They will be building robotics and engineering. This hub is just going to be phenomenal learning experience for our students. And more importantly, expanding our SEL systems that we have in the social emotional learning focuses, not only for the students, for adults. We recognize that there was immense trauma that was experienced during the pandemic. So we want to make sure that all of our families and staff are supported as we matriculate into the new academic year.
Yeah, you said it, and we've talked to so many experts explaining that this is a trauma that we've all experienced in one way or another. And, it sounds like you have a lot, by the way, of amazing things that are happening this year and some really good things that the students and staff will have to look forward to. But what about those families who aren't completely comfortable with their kids going to school, whether or not they have an immunocompromised child, whether there's someone immunocompromised in the household? Is remote learning an option on the table this year for them?
There are guidelines within the state that we're still interpreting with regards to that, but the national study, the NWA study that just was recently came out, saw disproportionality within achievement rates for students that were at home. Full distance learning. So we want to be able to ensure that all of our students matriculate back into school. But again, our safety portfolio has to be meticulous. We have to have mitigation strategies. We have to have clean learning environments for our students and our staff. And we want to be able to reestablish relationships with families, right? We were apart for so long. The mask wearing, the virus, they put this wedge in between strengthening and deepening relationships. And again, we want to reestablish those that, yes, this is a safe environment to come back in, but more importantly, we're going to be able to meet your needs in any way that we can.
And there's so much we've learned, in the past year, right? With everything we've had to go through and everything we will continue to forge through together going forward this school year. Dr. Connor, what message do you have for parents out there as they're trying to wrap their brain around sending their kids back to school as we have the Delta variant surfacing? What message do you have for them?
Yeah, that's a great question. We want to be able to provide the safest learning environment for our families. We miss our kids, right? With not seeing smiles, in schools, social distancing in the context of, lunchrooms, the small things that we used to take for granted within our schools was gone. Now we want to be able to reestablish them, reestablish trust, right? Reestablish trust with our families and our students, but more importantly, welcome them back with open arms under the safest environment that we can. So I look forward to seeing our families. I look forward to starting the school year off on the first day of school, welcome our students back, welcome our families back, and reassuring them that we are going to have the best environment for them, despite what obstacles we together collectively are going to have to face this year.
And how are the teachers feeling as they're preparing? Have they already been back in their classrooms yet getting things ready, or is it still too early?
Yeah, no, people have been going in and out. We've expanded our summer programming. We had 19 different summer offerings for students, the most ever, thanks to the American Rescue Plan ESSER funding. So we can be able to reassimilate our students as they matriculate back into the 21-22 academic year. So this summer was filled with a lot of great programming and opportunities for this community. So teachers have been in and out. What's the great part about it is our teachers have been leading these programs as well. They are the most resilient people that I think should get a lot of credit. It's not the people that, make the decisions. It's the people that are in the classrooms impacting families. So to every teacher in the state of Connecticut, my hat's off to you, as well as the country.
Absolutely. And what about the students? What kind of message do you have for them as they're looking ahead to the school year?
Can't wait to see him. We've been already. I love kids, right? I have a 6-year-old at home. He's going in first grade, and his play dates that he have with his friends, and he's in my district as well. So I love kids. Can't wait to see them. To get back to my calendar where I'll be in schools frequently, just interacting with them. It's great to see high school students as well, where you have great conversations with them. But more importantly, the little ones, the babies, their first day of kindergarten. I can't wait to see that as well.
It's wonderful how you're actually experiencing this as a parent too, sending their child to school. So you know firsthand what this is like on all accounts, all around.
Absolutely. When I make decisions, right, I'm not only making decisions for 4,599 students, I'm also making the decision for my son as well. So as a parent, yeah, of course, taking off the superintendent hat, putting the parent hat on, you're scared, you're apprehensive, but you trust the leaders to make good decisions on behalf of providing and ensuring a safe environment so kids go home to their families safe. So, of course, living this, last year, hybrid model, students or my child who was, learning, remotely as well. It was an experience, but it brought a perspective that has informed my leadership. So having that parent hat to inform my leadership role, I think that's invaluable to sitting in this seat right now.
And while, there are still some things that are making us cautiously optimistic going into the school year, I think something we can all agree on is the fact that we have gone through something really big together. We continue to go through something big together. And if we continue to work together, we'll get through this too.
Absolutely. I always tell my team it's the superintelligence, the collective minds that are going to battle through this pandemic and create a better future for all of our kids and families.
Dr. Michael Connor, Superintendent of Middletown Public Schools. We look forward to hearing from teachers, staff, students, and parents all about that first day of school. And one more quick question before we go. How do parents, if they're curious, the one great advantage that Middletown has is that you do have some extra time, in terms of if anything is going to change. How would they be able to look up to see what the new guidelines are if, in fact, things do, are tweaked?
Absolutely. So we continuously communicate with our parents even through the summer. So we will send out standard messages to our families and announce it on our website as well. But it's funny, some of our families say that we communicate too much, which is great. That's good feedback for us. So we're going to any changes within the model, within operations, we will communicate that with our families as well as broadcast it on our website.
Hey, over communication is never a bad thing, especially when you're talking to kids as well, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Connor, for your time. Hope Middletown has a great first back to school day. And year.
Absolutely. Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.